Hello, welcome to the Royal Road School of Carmelite Prayer. We continue our study on making the Visitation by Saint Teresa of Avila. Because the writing was rather lengthy, it has been divided into several videos. What the visitator should insist upon is that the nuns observe the constitutions. A prioress who takes liberty in breaking the laws of the Constitution will do great harm to the house. Time will prove it. Monasteries paying little attention to small matters fall in very great ones. The visitator should insist publicly with the nuns to inform him of any fault in the constitutions, and that if he should learn of something later, he will severely punish the one who should have told him. With this, the prioress will be fearful and proceed carefully. Let the prioress understand that this method is always to be followed, and that this is the principal reason she was elected to office. I hold that it is impossible for any prioress to fulfill her office well if she becomes upset that the visitator learned of something she does. A sign that something is not done fully for the service of God is that I do not want it known by the one who stands in his place. So it is important to note if there is openness and truth in the things the nuns discuss with him. He should strive by means of warnings to the prioress and other means to foster this openness. Though the nuns may not lie, they can, however, cover things up. It isn't right for the nuns to hide from the visitator what needs to be corrected. For a good body can do nothing without a head, and he, the visitator, is not less than that. I conclude this matter by saying that if the constitutions are observed, everything will be run smoothly. If there is not great care for their observance, or that of the rule, visitations will be of little avail. This is the reason for them. The nuns in the community may be transferred and others brought in who are faithful in keeping the religious observance. The former nuns should be divided and each placed in a different monastery, for one or two of them will not be able to do much harm in a well-regulated monastery. Some prioresses may ask for freedoms that may or may not go against the constitutions. The visitator must know that we can exaggerate to get what we want. For this reason, it is best to keep the door closed to anything not in conformity with the way things are going and have been proven by experience. The certain is better than the doubtful. In these cases, the visitator must be firm and not be afraid to say so. He must act with holy authority, indifferent to whether he pleases or displeases in matters that could cause more trouble in the future. Nuns should not be received until the visitator has received a full account. He should inquire himself, as the prioress may be inclined to admit an aspirant because she is a friend of hers or a relative of hers. She may think she is right, but she is wrong. Any mistake admitting nuns can be easily remedied, but before allowing them to make profession, it is necessary to be most careful. If there are novices, the visitator should inquire about them to be able to make an informed judgment when the time comes to grant the license for profession. Perhaps the novice is a protege or friend of the prioress. The nuns may not speak their mind, but they will be able to speak to the visitator. All must be done to avoid keeping someone in the monastery who will cause trouble and restlessness all her life. Care must be taken in receiving lay sisters too, and the visitator should not yield right away if he doesn't see a need. Great harm can be done if prudence is not practiced. Care must be taken, and an effort should always be made in each house that there be vacancies. By no means should one consent to go beyond the fixed number, as this would result in the destruction of the monastery. If the house in question is full and another one has room, a nun could transfer to make room for an aspirant. The provincial must be informed when permission is sought concerning the number of nuns. Let him decide what is fitting. In something so important, it is better not to trust the prioresses. It is also necessary for the visitator to inquire if the prioress has added obligatory prayers or penances. It is important to not burden the nuns, risking to cause them to lose their health. The nuns dare not speak, nor should they, but only to the visitator. He should note how vocal prayer is said in the choir, chanted or recited. Chanting is done in a soft voice, and this is in conformity with the life we profess. Chanting with a loud voice is doubly harmful. It sounds bad, and secondly, the reserve and spirit of our way of life are lost. The voices should be subdued and not manifest any concern on the part of the nuns about sounding nice to those listening. This concern has become universal, fashionable, and thus it is necessary to stress the above a great deal. Amen. This is the end of part 3. Thank you for following along with On Making a Visitation, and God bless you and yours. Amen.